Hello everyone, welcome back for another flight in Russia. Today we're going to be doing the leg back to Novosibirsk out of NORILSK leg that we did, inbound leg that we did last time. So once again we're going to be flying the A320, FSLabs A320 for S7 Siberian Airlines, and let's get going. It shouldn't be a long flight. We are estimating 2 hours and 40 minutes gate to gate, and it should be nice. We are going south now on our leg back, and it should be a little bit busier at Novosibirsk than it is here at NORILSK. We're gonna be online on VATSIM, but I don't know what's gonna happen regarding traffic or ATC. We'll find out. Anyways, as I promised, you guys can see the cones there. I got GSX working properly. Unfortunately, I have to change the gate. So that gate that we had that came with the scenery is 100% accurate replica of the real jetway. But unfortunately, we couldn't keep that. It is too bad. I really wish we could, but we won't be able to. So unless we don't use jetways for GSX, but I thought it wouldn't look too good if we had everything else working but the jetways. So yeah. Another thing is I did remember about checking the audio files for the cabin announcements and everything. So I don't know if it's working or not, because you have to go through the whole process of starting a flight. And after messing and fixing a lot of stuff to make GSX work today, all day, all afternoon, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna copy again the files, make sure that the files are there, double check the CFGs, everything saved again, and did everything again. So if it works, works. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna find a new solution. But we're gonna find out right now as we fly. Okay, so without any further ado, this is a real flight. So the flight is 5304 for S7 Airlines, or Siberia Airlines. This flight is supposed to be departing in 1 hour and 21 minutes. So we're gonna be departing a little bit earlier than the real flight, roughly 20 minutes, I would say. Let me just check here. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, half an hour roughly, half an hour earlier than the real flight, but it's close enough, anyways. Okay, let's get going. Let's start FS crew and GSX, and I'm gonna show once GSX starts doing its thing. I'm just gonna show outside. Once again, we're gonna be using Iberia, just because of the closest we can get from Siberia, and it is what it is. Okay, let's start a pre-flight here with FS crew and request deboarding. So as you guys can see, the jetway is working, and we have S7 Airlines logos on all the vehicles. So that's that too. Okay, let's get going here. First things first, as usual. We're gonna go through our our data check. Okay, so proper aircraft, everything looks good. Database is still valid, so everything is nice. Our flight is SBI 5304. Flight yesterday was 5303. Okay, and cost index again, we're gonna be using 20. Just wanna double check our flight level 370. Just wanna double check with the actual flight plan to see if everything went here properly. Yes, flight level 370, and our block should be 9.6. Much better than the coming up here because of the alternate situation that we talked about yesterday. So we're gonna be carrying way less fuel than yesterday. Okay. SBI 5304.
Thank you. Bye, thank you.
Let's initialize this. Okay, so 2 hours and 8 minutes we're getting for the trip. So 9,600 for fuel, taxi 110, trip 5491. Our first flight plan, zero fuel is plan 59464, so 595, and 5 o'clock. 5 Zulu should be the time that we are departing. That will give us 37 minutes. Hopefully it will be enough. Okay, data got sent. We're gonna do our request our catering right away. I was going to say I have no idea who's gonna be doing the catering. They have this truck here, it's part of the scenery, has I think the actual company that takes care of catering. I tried to figure out, but I ran out of time. I'm gonna try to figure out what company it is and get their logo and use this logo for the actual catering truck for next time that we are here. But that will be next time. Okay, so we're good with that for now. Let's go up, kill those fuel pump lights, our CVR. Good. Align our IRS here on our ADIRS section of the overhead panel. Okay, lights, everything looks good. We're gonna bring this down a little bit. Okay, and this one too. Cabin pressure, landing elevation is on auto. That's what we want. Everything else looks good. There is that was showing 31 minutes before we keep going. Let's set the boarding time. So you're showing 31, so it will be 56. We can use 56. So 4:56 for
fire test.
So 4. Funny enough, we didn't get any sound on a fire test there. That's interesting. I definitely didn't change anything. But we got the CVR, right? Yeah. And everything's set properly here. Yeah, there's no sound. But we do get the fire test. The fire test sound. The fire warning on our display. Huh. Okay, I hope that's the only sound that is not working. If we don't have engine sounds, gonna be that won't be very nice. Okay, our first message. We have a 9 minutes delay. That's not good, and it's showing as an ATC delay, but it's okay. Let's deal with our since there's no, of course, there's no ATC here. Let's deal with our performance requirements and all that stuff, flight plan and all that stuff. We're gonna fall out of our flow a little bit this time, just so we can, while we are waiting for our initial load sheet, we can gain some time here doing other stuff. So we know we're gonna be using runway 19. Actually, sensible thing to do is request for, even though I checked when I was doing the flight plan, request a weather for oh, and look at that, it's supposed to be snowing here today.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Confirm chocks in.
That's
Chocks
very strange.
Roger.
Every other sound is working, so that's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure I restarted after I finished doing all that stuff and getting everything properly. I'm pretty sure I restarted even the computer. But anyways, as long as it's just the fire alarm sound, I'm happy. Anyways, 4 o'clock. So we have UOOO, the 6th, 4 o'clock Zulu. We have winds of 190 at 4 meters per second. We're gonna have to convert this to, of course, to knots.
Okay, I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, he's going on his walk around. And converting 4 meters per second is 8 knots. Light snow. Broken 4,600. Temperature -3, dew point -7. QNH 1010. Okay. So yeah, definitely we're gonna be using a runway 09. Oh, 19. I'm sorry. So it's the opposite that we used coming in. We use runway 01, which is convenient for us because the runway 19 is right there. So we are right at the threshold of runway 19. So will be a really quick taxi. Anyways, winds 190 at 8. Temperature wet, we're gonna say yes. Temperature -3. QNH 1010. Which I want to set right away. NTI, so we're gonna leave it off. It's not snowing here now. I know I did the same mistake yesterday. We're gonna leave it off for now. And but we will be doing the GSX de-icing, anti-ice, and or de-ice and anti-ice if we need. Runway 19. And you know what? We're gonna run anti-ice engines. Estimated takeoff. We have to wait now, and we have to wait for our Mach 2. So for the flight plan, we are departing runway 19. Oluri, we used Oluri to get here. It was our star yesterday. Oluri, it's gonna be our seed 2. So Oluri 1 Bravo for the seed. And at Novosibirsk, we're gonna be landing runway 25, which if I remember correctly, was the runway that we departed yesterday. And we used 2 Golf Victor departure. This time we're gonna use a Golf Victor arrival, which is gonna be Golf Victor 25 Delta. They have 25 Bravo and 25 Delta. Bravo is for category Alpha A and B, and Delta is for Charlie and Delta Cindy. And approach via probably no via because it's from the VOR. The same, they use the same name. So.
Hi, I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
And talking already, almost made a mistake. Okay. I selected Golf Lima 25 Delta. That would have been too good for us. Because we're going to be flying to the Golf Victor VR. And our transition here. Okay. No, we're coming from. Where are we coming from? Let me check here. That's something that I didn't even think about it. Okay, we're coming through an airway that is gonna bring us straight to the VOR, from what I understand. I should actually double check this just to make sure. Yeah, we're coming from Tokmo, from what I can see here. Before the VOR. Yeah, Tokmo is the waypoint before before the VOR, so we don't use any transition. Okay. Yeah, we have to wait now. I hate when this happens.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks. Clear to board.
And hopefully GSX is gonna start boarding soon. I think we put 436 if I'm not mistaken. If it hasn't started yet, I'm not too sure. It's funny because we don't have any alarm sound. We didn't have the seatbelt sound or nothing. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. As long as the plane is flying, we'll go. Checking real quick the departure. We have to be there's the seat requires a minimum climb gradient of 5.5% up to flight level 90 due to airspace structures. So a 5.5% depending on your ground speed, well, let's say our ground speed will be 250, or our true airspeed is going to be 250. So let's use 250 just as a reference. Is 1,392 feet per minute. So really not a big issue for us on an Airbus. So yeah, we don't have to worry too much. What we're gonna do is unrestricted climb all the way to flight level 370. And that should work for us. Our fuel is ready. 9580 already showing, so it's done. So it will be 6.7. 6.7 divided by 0.802 is 8354. So we can send. Usually the company has to pull our ear, but today it's gonna be us because we are here waiting for a paperwork. Oh, just as I said, the company sent the paperwork that we were waiting for. Our zero fuel weight, I think they were knowing our track record. They said that they were only gonna send a load sheet if we send the fuel report. 59460, 68950, 32.5, 30.3. Everything looks good. We are accepting this, and we are requesting our performance numbers. It still hasn't started snowing here, which is very strange. ActiveSky is saying no precipitation, none reported. I don't know. Everything else looks right with whatever weather source ActiveSky is getting. A wind looks good, ceiling temperatures, dew point, altimeter setting, the QNH. Yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely not showing any precipitation here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave anti-ice engine and the wet runway on our performance. If doesn't happen, even better. We're gonna have a better performance. So not too much of a big deal. Okay, takeoff weight 68.9. So we're gonna call 69 and 30.3. Config 1+F, and we send. Are we not boarding? That's not good. Oh, I made a mistake. glad that I checked. This is gonna delay us a little bit. Yeah, I know what happened. Instead of just taking the 20 minutes from the time that it was showing there, I just used the whole time that it was showing on the countdown there on FS2 crew. Yeah, it was just. So does that mean that we have to take care of everything now? Oh no, the doors are gonna be. Someone's taking care of the doors. Okay. We got our performance numbers. So we have the runway wet and anti-ice engine anti-ice on. Okay, we're boarding now. Everything else looks good, so we are down 0.4 on the step tree. 135, 148, 149. Tora 28, 21. Clean 218. Flex 50. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and loose items of clothing.
Okay, so flex
Once you have
50.
safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt
V1
departure, we would kindly ask
35,
you to
48,
file
49.
clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Transition altitude is 4870. Let's put our numbers here.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
2100 for the thrust reduction and 2100 for the acceleration. Cruise is 37. And that's that.
Hello.
Okay. Let's real quick do our defrip, and so he can check the box and we can go through everything else. So aircraft, everything looks good, other other than the sounds that are not working properly. We have our company route looking good, alternate 2, from 2 good, flight number, cost index, flight level, and temperature, and ground temperature, yes. Flight plan, we have runway 19 and Oluri 1 Bravo, and runway 25 with Golf Victor 25 Delta. That's what you want. Red nav, we want runway 19, 193 for the course, IBF 110.13, and the VOR 59.5, 32.5, block 9.6. All the other numbers look good. Have enough fuel for everything. Performance, just double checking real quick numbers. Yeah, they look good and clean 218. We're gonna use manage 250, manage CI 220 for the cruise, and descent we want 280. It's 278 managed. 278 is good for us. Optimal cruise and max, everything looks good. Secondary, we copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker. Wheels
One more
first.
thing that we can do is
Keep your
request
small
wings.
items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags,
Check the box.
duty-free and
Okay.
loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Okay, just going on pedestal here just real quick. I don't just make sure that everything's good. Yeah, everything looks good. We have our FCU set. Everything looks good here too. Ground from cockpit,
Go ahead.
oxygen test.
Roger.
Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so just real quick, we're gonna be flying the Oluri 1 Bravo departure, runway 19. Runway 19 is right behind us here. So taxi will be just Bravo. That's it, inner and Bravo. In case of an emergency before V1, I'm gonna take control, bring the aircraft to a full complete stop. We're gonna go through our emergency procedures. After V1, we're gonna commit takeoff, go through our emergency procedures, and come back and land runway 19. If we have ATC, we're gonna contact ATC, or else we're gonna report our intentions on UNICOM 122.8. For the departure, we're gonna be climbing unrestricted to flight level 370.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Remove external power.
Roger. Removing external power.
Any questions?
No questions.
Takeoff briefing complete. He didn't even pay attention. Anyways, I hope GSX finish loading, boarding quickly.
External power removed.
Roger.
Before start checklist,
Cockpit prep.
completed,
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
removed,
Signs.
on auto,
ADIRS.
nav,
Fuel quantity.
9560 kilograms,
Takeoff data.
set,
Baro ref.
QNH 1010 set,
QNH 1010 set. Electronic load sheet.
sent.
Down to the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Okay,
on
so we
board.
have 2
Please
minutes
place your large bags
before
into the
FS2
overhead
crew
locker, wheels first.
say
Keep your small items under the seat
before
in front
FS2
of you.
crew
These
cabin
include
crew
laptops, handbags,
comes
duty-free,
up
and loose items
and
of
tell us
clothing.
that
Once you have safely stowed your cabin
the
bag,
boarding has
please
been
take your seat.
completed,
To help us
and
ensure a
asking
prompt
if the
departure,
doors can be
we
closed,
kindly ask that you keep the aisles
and
clear,
hopefully
enabling all remaining customers to board.
GSX will have
Your
everybody
seatbelt
boarded
can now be fastened
by then.
ready for
So we are
departure.
hoping
This
here
is a
then
no smoking
this will be
zone.
done in 2
Thank you
minutes.
for observing this
1
policy.
minute now. I don't know who takes care of the door. I just don't like when it's a lot of stuff going working at the same time. I'm not comfortable when one thing gets behind, especially GSX. I don't want to screw the pushback.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
And funny enough, no sound has been played, even the cabin, the generic English cabin announcement. That's very strange. Do you think that if it was a mistake, something that I did wrong on a cabin announcement, you would at least play the generic one? So.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thanks, will be a short taxi.
Thanks. See you up there.
Okay, so let's see who takes care of this door. Let's see if GSX is gonna complain. If GSX just complains about us closing the door, it's easy. We just open the door and we close the door after. But let's find out. I guess it's GSX then that takes care of that stuff. The door's still open. So yeah, okay, so that won't be a problem. It's just gonna be late on our departure, but that's not an issue. Okay, we have our final numbers here. Actually, it's not our final numbers, but we have new numbers. 59209, so a little bit lighter than we were expecting, and 68699. Yeah. And takeoff CG estimated 3091. So the CG is a little bit, but we're good. Hopefully GSX is gonna get this done and over quickly. I don't remember how long it took me to realize and ask the GSX to board in comparison to FS2 crew. So it might have been at least 5 minutes. I don't know. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisles clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Now that I'm here thinking, I'm not too sure if I restarted Windows. It might be the problem here, because I was doing so many tests and moving the aircraft on GSX and all that stuff is. I've done so much, especially the FSLabs doesn't like to be moved too much. You have to get in the airport, put airplane there, and that's it. Don't touch it anymore. So
Cabin crew, thank you. Boarding is complete.
I'm just gonna wait a minute, 30 seconds or so, just to make sure that GSX is not doing their thing there and gonna close by itself. I don't want to get any errors on the GSX. Well, I guess not. So I guess we can close. Thank you. Thank you so much as usual for watching. I'm glad that you're on Twitch now. So let's close the door and wait for GSX to complain. Oh, they didn't. Beautiful. So we have a company message. Let's just check this company message real quick. Okay, so this is our final 59.2, 68.7, 33.2. Okay, and 31.0. So we can 33.2. We can change this because it's an easy, and 59.2. It's an easy. Oh, we need to accept. $59.2, 33.2. Okay, so we're good. Let's get going. Request pushback and start clearance.
Ground. Good afternoon. It's Iberia 5304. Okay, cleared to push and start. Iberia 5304.
Cabin crew arms, lights and cross check. Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Close.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
We have Tim, in the center, very shortly is Carl, and at the rear we have John. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for your comfort.
NORILSK ALYKEL traffic. Siberian Airlines 5304 is an A320. We are on gate number 1, and we're going to start our pushback and start procedure facing north for Siberian 5304. Any traffic in the area, please advise. NORILSK ALYKEL traffic. Of course, my Navigraph decided that I needed to to relogging right when I was checking the charts, and I made a mistake. We're now gonna be facing north, east. We're gonna be facing southwest, but we are the only ones here. So anyway, it's gonna be nose to the left, because taxiway Alpha here is closed. It has been it has been deactivated, so permanently, from what I understand. Anyways, we're good to go. Let's get GSX going here. I know we're not taking the ice in anti-ice or de-ice since it's it was supposed to be snowing, but it's not snowing, so we're gonna just leave it like this, and we're only gonna start.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We're only gonna start after pushback is complete. So we're gonna face left, which is southwest.
Lock in gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commence and push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
You won't be surprised if it starts snowing right when you're taxiing. And then just as I said that, we have an update on the weather, but it's showing precipitation none reported again. So, but yeah. And since we're using runway 19, we don't need to backtrack. We're gonna be right at the threshold runway 19. If you were taking off out of runway 01 because of all the decommission that they have been doing on this airport, all this taxiway, everything is done. But I was reading on the news that in 2018, 2019, they were working at the airport, but unfortunately, I need to actually find out what's going on with what happened if they reopen the taxiway and see if I can readjust to and modernize.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Nothing's working properly here, not even the FO. Didn't have the bleeds on. Starting engine 2. Well, at least we have sounds, and we have engine sounds. On top of everything, you got disconnected from VATSIM. I just reconnected. Now nothing's working today. Start engine 1.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin
After
removed.
start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
0.4% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Iberia 5304 ready to taxi. Cleared to taxi. Iberia 5304.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Flight controls check.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
NORILSK ALYKEL traffic. Siberian Airlines 5304 A320 at gate number 1. We're going to be taxiing to holding point runway 19 via inner Bravo. Siberian Airlines 5304 NORILSK ALYKEL. just trying to get the cabin crew call. So they say on a manual if you don't get the call to flick the smoking, no smoking sign off and on. Or to press the forward call. Let's hope that it works. If not, we go without the... Since nothing is working properly, I don't know. Yeah, let's just go. Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 135. VR 148. V2 149. Flex temp 50 degrees.
V1 135 VR 148 V2 149 flex temp 50 degrees ATC
Set.
ECAM memo
Takeoff no blue.
down to the line. Approach path clear of traffic.
Below the line.
Takeoff runway
19 confirmed.
19 confirmed. Cabin crew. Cabin crew be seated for takeoff.
Advise.
TCAS.
TA
Engine mode selector.
normal.
PAX.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
NORILSK ALYKEL traffic. Siberian Airlines 5304. Lining up runway 19. We're gonna be flying the Oluria 1 Bravo departure. Unrestricted climb to flight level 370. En route to Novosibirsk. Any traffic in the air, please advise Siberian Airlines 5304. NORILSK ALYKEL. Ready?
Affirm.
Take off.
Thrust set.
On taxiway, on taxiway.
– 100 knots.
Check. Main flags 50. SRS.
V1.
Runway. Auto
Rotate.
thrust.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flap 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
we don't have the detank sound, so that's why I had a problem to put on flex. Anyways, we're airborne. NORILSK ALYKEL traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 A320 airborne runway 19. We're flying the Uluri 1 Bravo departure, leaving 3,400 to fly level 370 en route to Novosibirsk. Any traffic, please advise Siberian Airlines 5304 NORILSK ALYKEL. After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Set standard.
Standard, cross-checked, passing flight level 055. Now.
Check. Below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Okay. Other than a few bugs, looks like the airplane is behaving properly. So let's hope that it stays like this. Other than the sounds, the detank sound actually, yeah, caused me a little bit of trouble on takeoff, but that's it. Very good. We are airborne. Should be shouldn't have much many issues from here on. We have Uluri right in front of us, and this will be the final waypoint in our seat, and we're going to be transitioning to our en route phase 2 towards Novosibirsk.
Confirm seatbelts off.
Confirmed.
Confirm clear rad nav.
Confirmed.
Confirm copy active to secondary.
Confirmed.
Cruise flight level is as shown. Optimum flight level is as shown. Recommended max flight level is as shown. Are you happy with our current selected flight level?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna be climbing straight to flight level 370. Then we're gonna have some stepped descent to flight level 350, flight level 340, flight level 300, and then our final descent to Novosibirsk. We're gonna do our best, since there's no ATC, there's not much to keep us occupied. We're gonna be paying attention on that, and we're gonna be descent step following our all steps for our descent. Our first point, it's amazing. Even using 320 miles on our radio here, there's only 2 airports showing up all the way around us. It is quite impressive. There's literally nothing here. But anyways, our first point will be Tango Hotel November VOR. And let me just see here. Yeah, which is Turuhansk VOR. Yes, it is. Yeah, Tango Hotel November. Yeah, Turuhansk VOR, which is roughly 180 miles from Oluri, which we can see here already. The VOR there, which is sitting on right on an airport. So that's gonna be our first. So right after our top of climb, right when we transition to cruise, we're gonna be descending. Not right after, but soon after. So that will be nice. That will keep us busy. It will be nice to follow all these steps. It is very unfortunate that it didn't snow, even though it's the weather report was showing light snow. I don't remember if it's an automated system or not, but yeah, it is really. I know ActiveSky uses interpolation for that region there because it was showing interpolated weather, so it might be because of that we didn't get the snow, and it was supposed to be snowing. It is just too bad. It would have been nice to take off and under snow and low ceiling, but well, we'll be back someday, so it is okay. We're gonna keep going with our climb, and at Turuhansk we are gonna be descending to flight level 350. So we're gonna descend at 2,000 feet. I'm gonna check live map here. I liked it yesterday when I tried the first time. I'm gonna check live map here, just out of curiosity, to see if we are showing on VATSIM. Yes, we are. That's good. Nobody inbound. Nobody inbound today. NORILSK. We had someone departing NORILSK yesterday when we were approaching. Well, we weren't approaching, but we were inbound, which was nice, but not today, at least not right now. It will be really nice if Aerosoft would rework the airport and release a modernized version, or at least a version that will work properly, that you don't have to edit anything to make it work. But well, at least we got it going. It's nice. So yeah, so there's no traffic here at NORILSK, but there is traffic at Novosibirsk. I can see here, and so hopefully by the time we get there, we'll have other people inbound too, to make things interesting for us. And I think SimToolkitPro here just crashed. That's too bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to see, I shouldn't have checked that map there. I knew it. I'm gonna try to restart here. Hopefully we'll just keep track of our flight. We'll see. Oh, there you go. He knows that he crashed before we finished the flight, so he just resumed. So, very good. Okay, so everything's fine. Okay, we're on our way to Inder. We can check our numbers once we get there. We are still climbing on our climb. So we won't have numbers for our speed numbers to compare, but we're gonna have an idea of winds and everything, if everything is looking good or not for us. So as soon as we reach Hinder, we're gonna be going through our numbers. Let me see if I can eliminate one line here. Yes, we can. Then it won't be going too much over the overlay. Yeah, this looks good. Can even be a little bit more and try to align here. We'll check next time. ActiveSky send us a message. Okay, we are what 3 minutes from Hinder, so 28 miles. We're gonna be checking our numbers soon. And we are just about to reach flight level 310, 6,000 more to go. In an hour and 52 minutes, roughly, to go. That's what the FMS tells us, which I'm not too sure is the same as what what the overlay is saying. So just bear in mind that the overlay is taking information from SimToolkitPro, and I always look on the actual FMS on the MCDU to check what the plane is telling us. So just in case you were watching, and sometimes I give ETEs and they don't match what the overlay is saying. I don't know if they match or not. I don't see the overlay, of course, in my screen. It's just on the stream. So, but there's the reason why something might not look right, or the numbers might not match 100%. What we can do too is, since we're waiting, we can work on our approach numbers, at least for FS2 crew. Transition level will be 6,000. It's gonna be an ILS for runway 25. The MDA is ILS is 563. Final approach fix altitude will be 2010. Again, we're gonna use auto brake low, max reverses. And we'll deal with the actual briefing later on. We have a little bit to go before we can think about and approach briefings. Okay, so we are just over, well, just about to reach Inder. So let's check our numbers. So for Inder, we're supposed to be in our climb, which we are. 7.7, 1.9 for fuel. So we are exactly 7.7 now, 1.810. 22 minutes in. We are 22 minutes 40 seconds. Winds 275 at 31. Pretty close, 273 at 31. And we are 789 miles from our destination. So that looks good. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, that's not too bad. That's the thing. Right? It's two different sources, and but it's okay. 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. It's just to have a reference, anyways, right? Oh, I wonder what's that black. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if Orbix Global has anything to do with that. We are far from the airport now, so of course this has nothing to do with Aerosoft. No? Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so just to remember, we're gonna descend once we cross the VOR. So according to our display, our movie map, we're gonna be leveling off at flight level 370 before Gobna, and the waypoint after Gobna is the VOR, which is the point that we're gonna be descending to flight level 350. So yeah, not much. We won't spend too much time at 370. So only 25 miles between Gobna and the VOR. So we won't be cruising at 370 for too long. Should take us 3 minutes according to the flight plan. There's our 1,000 to go.
1,000 to go.
Checked. So we want to be, according to the flight plan, we want to be flight level 350 by Sudden. And that's roughly 7 miles. So, no, sorry, not 27 miles. So roughly 4 minutes. So we want to descend in a rate that we're gonna be able to lose 2,000 feet in 7 minutes. Not a hard task to do it. So we want to make sure that we're gonna follow our flight plan. So we want to be flight level 350 by Sudden. Once again, roughly 4 minutes for the leg. So we just need to lose 2,000 feet. We're gonna set 500 feet per minute. That's very comfortable. Can even set a little bit more if we decide to.
Cruising flight level 370, check.
Checked. Okay, not for long. Here we are, cruising at 370. For a couple of minutes. We won't even we're not even gonna be able to check our numbers. Because we're gonna have to start our descent. But we're gonna be able at Sudden. So we'll check over there, and definitely Batra will be a point that we wanna be checking our numbers and have a more precise more precise information, get a more precise information and prediction from the airplane, from the system. Okay, 7 miles from the VOR. We can set our new altitude will be 350. And we're gonna be descending at, well, let's call 800. and we're gonna maintain 350 for a little bit. Okay, so there's the viewer. Just gonna zoom out a little bit. So we can go down to flight level 350. Already got a confirmation that the FMS setting a new cruise altitude of 35,000 feet. We're just gonna clear, and that's if you wanna double check, we can go and check flight level 350. So yeah. And we should be level before Sudden. And once again, just like our flight from yesterday, the tops here are just amazing. We have 37,000 feet, and we have the clouds still going, still going up. We're just about to reach 6 o'clock Zulu, and we're gonna get our first report for Novosibirsk. And so we can have an idea what's gonna happen once we get there. I don't remember what the reports were saying when I was doing the flight plan. It wasn't bad, or else you would have caught my attention, but I don't remember much. Anyway, in any cases, we have an ILS there, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just to know and prepare ourselves mentally and not get surprised once we get there. That's not a good thing to do on aviation. Okay, new cruise flight level 350 set. I don't know if we need to change. I don't think we need. That was just for the call. We set cruise altitude. It's just more for the call. So we're just gonna leave it like this. We don't depend on anything. We already reached our cruise altitude, and whatever checks he had to do he did. Now we just keep going like this. Okay, so we already passed Sodom. We're gonna reach Verel. Verel will give us a better idea of what's going on. So 15 miles, we're 15 miles away from it. So we're gonna check our numbers once we reach Verel. Remember again, today we are not carrying as much fuel as we did yesterday because of the alternate situation from the flight going up to NORILSK. Remember, alternate was very far. There's no airports close to Alykel, so we had to carry a pretty substantial amount of fuel. We arrived there with a lot of fuel in the tanks, but that's not gonna happen this time. We are gonna be arriving with our standard 3.8 for fuel remaining in the tanks. So yesterday we weren't too much concerned about fuel because we knew we were gonna be able to land. The weather was good. We knew in advance. Now this time not so much. We want to make sure that the fuel is sufficient for us to complete our flight, and if we have to if we have to, we hope to have enough to divert to our alternate and shoot our approaches. Anyways, 1.6 miles. Let's take a look at VLL. We should be at flight level 350. That checks. 7.0, 2.5 for the fuel. We are right now at 7.040, 2.480. So 2.5, 7.0. That looks great. 38 minutes in. We just we are at 38 right now. So that's great too. Winds of 284 at 41, so winds are a little bit off, not much, and a speed of 449, 457. We're doing 447, 459, which is good. Less true airspeed and more ground speed. That's always good. And we have 667 miles to go. Well, we had from VLL. We already passed VLL. Our next waypoint, Batra, is 113 miles away. Not anymore. It's already 104 miles. And it should take us 15 minutes. And we're going to maintain the flight level 350. This will give us a better idea on the numbers, and if we check our MCD, if we check the FMS information, we have a destination estimated fuel on board destination of 4.1. We can even check our fuel prediction and make sure that everything still looks good. It should, because we are pretty close. Our numbers are pretty close to our flight plan numbers. But we can see our alternate is going to be 0.9, 22 minutes. Final is 1, half an hour, always half an hour. And extra, we are carrying 2.2, which gives us an endurance of 1 hour and 2 minutes. So we are pretty good. Fuel is the most important thing, so you always make sure that the weather makes sense and it's close to our flight plan, what we were predicting, and and with that we know that we have enough fuel, not only to our destination but to our alternate if we have to divert. And speaking on destination, we are gonna be calling we're gonna be using our Art-kach system to request weather information from our destination, Novosibirsk. It's just about to turn 6 Zulu, so we're just gonna wait 5 minutes past the hour to make our request, so we make sure we get the newer product and not the outdated 5 a.m. Product. Our next step down will be, it's good to keep an eye on that too, will be Golf 489. No, my mistake. I thought that the name didn't make much sense. It's a Charlie Echo. It's another VOR. Is that what it is? No, no, it's only Charlie Echo, so it has to be an NDB. Okay, yeah, it's an NDB. So not used to see NDBs on flight plans anymore. Yeah, Charlie Echo. So ident 2 letters has to be an NDB. And it's called Maxinking. Maxinking NDB. The frequency is 510, and that's gonna be our point when where we're gonna be descending to flight level 340. So we're gonna lose another 1,000. That NDB is the next waypoint after T-Bun. It's still quite a ways from where we are right now. We are 621 miles from our destination, and the NDB is 280 miles from our destination. So, yeah, we have roughly 280 miles. Less than that, but 230 miles. Yeah, we have 230 miles. Or 330 miles. Sorry. I looked and said that doesn't make sense. 230 miles, it cannot be. Because T-Bun is not even that. And it's past T-Bun, so 330 miles. It's getting late. Okay, finally. We are much better than yesterday, actually. We flew over a cloud base for most of our flight, but apparently it looks like it's clearing up ahead there, and so that's always nice. 6:01. Let's give another 4 minutes, and we're gonna request weather information from Novosibirsk. Also, we're gonna be checking our numbers at Batra, especially since we changed our flight level or our altitude. It's always good to have a better idea of what's going on here. Even though we checked every rail, we were just we were just it was just after we leveled off at flight level 350, so this will give us a little bit of time on cruise at this flight level, so we can get a sample of a better sample of what's going on at this flight level. Still a good 7 minutes, 6 minutes from Batra. But it's so great to have all this information. Ground speed, especially ground speed, and distance. And fuel too, but so you don't have any more to fly with your E6B. Even also on GA, airplanes, everybody has a Garmin, even if it's not IFR certified, even if it's not a good 600 series or 400 series. Everybody has a GPS that will give you at least a ground speed and a distance from your waypoint, so it's so much easier nowadays to fly and come up with numbers and double check, cross check with your flight plan than it was before having to do calculations on a E6B. It was just very nice if you like to do calculations, and I always enjoyed, but yeah, at first I kind of turned my face to modernization of the avionics and all this information, but yes, I love it now. Nothing beats a Garmin 430. I love it. Even better if you have a stack of two 430s or one 430 and one 530. That's the best. It may look very limited, but when you learn when you learn inside and out of the GPS, you learn how to overcome some of the limitations, and you can do basically everything with it. It is amazing. I really enjoy the Garmin 400 series and 500 series. Been using it for almost 10 years now. Oh, more than 10 years now. I love it. Anyways, we are approaching Batra, and we also can request our weather information. So let's do that. Let's see what kind of numbers, what kind of weather is expecting. Oh, there you go. Shower rain. Okay, we're not gonna write this one down. We are quite a ways, and we're gonna be definitely requesting another one. And this is from it's not from this hour, it's from 5:30. So we're definitely gonna be requesting one at 6:30. Winds are 240 at 4 meters per second. We're gonna have to check our do our calculations. Well, not this time, because it's the same 4 meters per second that we had at Alykel. So it's 8 knots. We learned that 4 meters per second is close to 8 knots. A light shower rain, broken at 3,800 and cumulus nimbus CBs. Temperature 09, a dew point of 04, and QNH 1027. What we can do is just add the QNH right now on our standby. So at least it's locked there. And we have some remarks for runway 27 and runway 16. And once again we get the QFE for the airport. Okay, so we should be good. I'm gonna check. Oh, actually, let's check Batra first before I start looking at plates. We are 14 miles from Batra, and and again we're gonna be requesting another weather information at 6:30. Well, past after 6:30, 6:35 or 6:40. But let's just check our numbers now here at Batra. And I'm very glad that we're gonna be landing runway 25. Okay. So what I was saying is I'm glad that we are landing runway 25 because the other runway the other runway is pretty far. Anyways, we are at Batra. We're supposed to be at flight level 350, so that checks. Winds, we can do winds first. Speed first. 446, 469. That's exactly what we are getting right now. $6.5, 3.1 for fuel. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what we got right now too. That's pretty good. This is 100 and this is not 100. Sorry, 301,050 for the wind. So 301.50. It's a little bit off, but it is okay. And we have 555. Well, we had 555 to our destination, and 53 minutes in. I forgot. So we have 53:46. So everything looks good. We're still looking at estimated fuel on board at destination of 4.1. So everything looks great. So this is the waypoint where we're gonna be going down another 1,000 to fly level 340. So we have that to look forward to. Another thing that we are looking forward to is the new weather information, weather report in 20 minutes from now. So yeah, the winds are 240 there. So I'm glad that we're gonna be able to use runway 25, which is the runway where the apron and the main terminals are. If we have to use runway 16 or runway 34, we're in for a good good walk, a good taxi, especially runway 34. We're gonna be it's an L-shaped airport environment with one runway running north-south and the other east-west. It's more northwest southeast and right, and north it's more yeah, it's north and south and east and west, so it's an L-shaped. So if you're using north-south runway, which is 1634, especially 34, we're gonna have to taxi back all the way down and then to the east to reach the terminals. It's quite a drive. But fortunately, right now, at least right now, winds are favorable for runway 25. Winds are 240 at 8 knots. So runway 25 stays for now. Just looking here, so yeah, once again, Charlie Echo Maxinkin is gonna be our point that we're gonna descend. That we're gonna descend another 1,000 feet to fly level 340, and easily enough, we're gonna be level before Nebad, which is the next the waypoint after. That won't be a problem. Distance between The NDB and NEBAD, it's only 4 point, no, it's 49 miles. That will take us 6 minutes. So you have 6 minutes to lose 1,000 feet. I'm pretty sure we can manage that. We're gonna be setting 400 or 500 feet per minute on our vertical speed. We got FS2 crew set for the approach, so that we don't have to deal with that. We have to brief the approach, but the numbers are all in. We're gonna be doing that a little bit later. We are getting close to 1 hour, close to our last hour. Right now it's showing 1 hour and 10 minutes for our to our arrival. So we're getting close to our 1 hour, last hour mark, which is always exciting. And also we are 15 minutes from a new weather information, weather report. So hopefully the rain will be gone from this on this next report. But it does look nice and clear here. This is really nice. Thank you so much once again for watching. It's always a pleasure having people interested in the subject and be willing to spend time of free time of their day to watch this. That means really means a lot. Even if you are not watching the stream live, it is really nice and makes me happy to see people watching, and I hope flying this not so busy and not so common and we could say exotic destinations and regions makes you excited as I get. It is really nice to go to different places. I know we fly a lot too in Europe, in Western Europe, we can say. And it is nice to fly in and out of London. It's always busy, but it is good to go to different places and different areas, not as common, and discover new airports. It is really nice. I really enjoyed this trip to ALYKEL, to NORILSK. That was an amazing, it is an amazing airport, amazing region, and I cannot wait to go back there when the weather is really bad. It will be very challenging, and I hope we get a chance to do it later on. was happy to see that it is still snowing there, even though it's already May. Yes, it would be really nice. I'm glad all the textures are working. There is special textures for the winter there. Everywhere, runway, buildings, everything has special winter textures. Just the jetway won't have, because we have to replace the jetways. So that's really, the jetways really got me. I really didn't want to have to replace the jetways. They are exactly like the jetways that are there at the airport. Even the cord, the extension cord there, the orange extension cord of the default jetway, which is not a default jetway. It came with the scenery. Is there, because I've seen pictures and I even recognize the orange extension cord hanging out of the jetway there. So the winter textures are amazing on the jetway too, but unfortunately we won't be getting that. But we get a functional jetway. So I even tried to use the how is it called? Because that jetway is one of those that doesn't move. I don't remember the name. Long neck, or I don't remember now. I'll have to look into. I even tried to use the same one, and a GSX has one that looks exactly like that one, but unfortunately it's not high enough, so it wasn't matching very well to the actual construction where the gate is attached. So I couldn't use it. I could have used, but it wouldn't look right. So unfortunately I couldn't even use something that looks very similar to the real gate. But it's okay. The rest of the airport will have texture, the runway, taxiways, the buildings, everything else. And the static aircrafts that we can see at the airport there, everything will have winter texture. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. Even the houses and all the buildings behind the airport, the streets, everything has winter texture. It is gonna be really nice to go there in the winter, and the winter is not that far from now over there. Over there. It definitely doesn't have to be December to get the winter to get the winter weather there. It's gonna get cold there, pretty cold there soon. Well, anyways, 160 miles roughly from our step down point there, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's an NDB, judging by the double the two letters ident and the frequency. So it's just really not common anymore to see NDBs on flight plans. But yeah, anyways, that will be the point where we're gonna descend another 1,000 feet, and like we mentioned before, we're gonna be using a VS vertical speed of 500, 400, 450, something around that. Just to make sure that we lose 1,000 feet before we reach Nebat. And we can also see our top of descent, our TOD, right on top of the movie map. Also, we are reaching 6:30, so we're going to be getting a new weather information from Novosibirsk. Okay, yeah, the weather looks really good. Especially to the east. Oh, west now too. West wasn't as good as the east a few miles ago, but now east and west are good. West is actually better now. Yeah, they're both really good. That's really nice. And even better, south looks good. But we already know it was raining there. And there was CBs reported in the area. So I don't think it's gonna be this good there. But that's good too. It's nice. Too good too is not fun. Not on the simulator. It's just fun in real life. Simulator is the place that you wanna challenge, go through challenging situations and not necessarily in real life. Not too much fan of bad weather in real life. Okay, 5 minutes. And 110 miles from T-Bun. And from T-Bun will be only only a few minutes what's gonna be here. So from T-Bun to the NDB will be so we got 1 minute, another minute, 2 minutes, 6.5 minutes. No, 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Roughly. Still very excited by the TFDI's bombastic news about the MD-11 being developed. We will be seeing this channel for sure. Day one purchase on the MD-11. All kinds of old school liveries. MD-11 has a special place in my heart. And many others too. So really great that TFDI decided to take the slack since PMDG doesn't want nothing with the MD-11. So now we're finally gonna have a chance after years to get a very good, hopefully very, they're certainly capable of doing an amazing aircraft. So hopefully TFDI will present us with a beautiful machine. I cannot wait. It's gonna be amazing. Another thing that we're waiting here is the new versions of the Airbus by FSLabs. Another day one purchase. And we will be seeing lots of new A320s and A321s here in the channel. and updated A319. Hopefully soon. Okay, just about to reach 6:30 Zulu time. That will be 1:30 p.m. local. A very nice flight. I really enjoy it, even though we don't have ATC and there's not much traffic. It is once again. I know I just talked about it 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago. I loved it. And I'm looking forward to flying in Russia more, domestic flights. We will be flying out of Domodedovo and Sheremetyevo in Moscow, so we will be getting ATC and more traffic, way more traffic, when we fly in the western part of Russia. But we will be doing flights here in Central and Eastern, Vladivostok, for example, parts of Russia too. So we will be doing flights in Russia with ATC. So don't worry about it. And decent amount of traffic. Soon. We have St. Petersburg, we have Moscow, even here Novosibirsk, Vladivostok. There's lots of fun to be had here in Russia. Okay, let's wait a couple of more minutes and we're gonna request a new weather update for our destination. And from what I remember, we should be getting gate 2 or 3. One of the two. Those are the two gates that S7 Siberia Airlines operates out of Novosibirsk. I'm pretty sure it's 2 and 3. I could be wrong, but we have that information and we will be getting that information from the company via ACARS. So we don't have to worry too much about it. They will tell us where they want us to park. Anyway, 6:32. I usually wait until 5 minutes after, but let's make a request and see if we can get a new weather information. Oh, we got 6 o'clock. Still light shower and rain. Light shower rain and broken 3,400. Still with CBs showing up and 1027. So nothing has changed other than the wind shifted 10 degrees from 240 to 250, which is even better. Straight down the runway now, and the speed increase from meters per second to 6 meters per second. That will probably give us I don't know, 9 knots maybe. We'll find out. So but that's that. What we're gonna do is we are going to write down this information in case we don't get another one at 6. We're gonna try at 6:40, 6:45 just to see if we get a new information. If not, this is probably Half an hour. No, we can wait. Yeah, since it's a 6 o'clock, 6 Zulu weather information, we can wait another 26 minutes and get a more up-to-date information. So okay, so we're just gonna keep that in mind. Still raining. Oh, and Navigraph again is asking me to put my information. That's not good. Hope that doesn't happen when we are approaching or on our final approach. Okay, so that's that. We just got our company message. That's gonna be our gate. Yes, so they want gate number 2 or stand number 2, but we are just gonna double check the message. Okay, so Tolmachevo arrival. That's us, Victor Quebec, Bravo Papa November, and Siberian 5304. Stand number 2. Estimated time of arrival 0725. So exactly 50 minutes from now. So we are in our last hour mark, which is nice. And you can see how the clouds are. It's not as clear as it was north from here, and that makes sense. We know that the weather is not as good in Novosibirsk right now. Okay, we're just approaching our step descent too. Our next step will be 1,000 feet, and it's by the VR, the NDB, sorry, Charlie Echo there, which is called Maxinking. And we already can see our airport right at the top of our movie map. So we're getting there. Last hour. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna wait like 10 minutes, try to get another weather information. If we cannot get it, we're probably gonna go with whatever we have here. We'll see. Probably won't be busy there. I don't think we're gonna see any ATC. If we don't see any ATC, we might be able to get one more weather information at 7, right before our approach. It would be nice to get one now at 6:30. Hey Prasad, hey! How are you? Surprised to see you here right now. How's everything going? Thank you for joining. I'm glad that you could drop by to say hi. How's everything there, my good friend? Guess it's not bad for you right now, right? Because it's noon. Yeah, we are roughly 12 hours apart. It's 11 and a half, but I always count 12 hours just to make it easier, right? To do the calculations. So it's noon there for you. So nice. I hope you're enjoying your day. That's a much better time for you to watch than you usually do. I'm glad. I'm glad about that. So thank you. Thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see you. Hope, like I said, hope you and the family, everyone's doing great. We're doing the flight back from northern Russia, the flight that we did yesterday. But this time I added GSX and everything, so the airport and jetways and everything, so the airport looks much better. We actually have service there. If you have a chance to check the beginning of the flight, the beginning of the stream when we are at the airport, you'll see it's much nicer now to have actual GSX working. I worked hard this afternoon to get all that stuff fixed up and working. It was quite it was nice. It was nice. The whole thing, getting the airport to work on Prepar3d4 was challenging, but it was nice too. I'm glad that I had time to do that. I'm glad that we are in the situation that we are, locked at home, that I had time. Yeah. So that's pretty nice. One thing that I've been having is problems with the sound. Some sounds are not working at the here on the Airbus today. I don't know why. So even now, the ding on the seatbelt, cabin announcements, nothing is playing. Alarm on a fire, engine fire, nothing. I don't know what's going on. Some of the internal sounds are not playing. But the plane has been flying well, so we're just we kept going, right? Didn't want to cancel the flight just because of that. So yeah, we've made it. Well, we're not there yet, but we're almost there. Oh yeah, no rush. Not whenever you have a chance. No, really not there's no need to rush. How's the week going so far? Is everything fine? Is everything good? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. I hope nothing too serious. And I hope it gets better for you soon, too. Thank you for joining. That makes it even more special, knowing that you took the time to come here and say hi. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope it can help you a little bit. Okay, so we reached the NDB. We're gonna go down another 1,000 feet. And like I said, we talk about 400, 500 feet per minute. it doesn't really matter. We're gonna make it. We have 6 minutes to go, as we can see on the flight or as I can see on the flight plan, and you can see on the screen. So around 6 minutes. So we have lots of time to lose only 1,000 feet, and that's gonna be our new cruise altitude. And we already got the confirmation on from the FMS on the MCDU. New cruise altitude is 34,000 feet. We cannot clear that information. And as usual, if you want to double check, we can double check. We don't need to. And we already have the arrow showing where we're gonna be leveling off at flight level 340, coming from descending and level off at flight level 340 on managed mode. That's why we have the blue arrow. Also soon we're gonna be start making our calls. It's not the busiest way, it's the busiest place ever, but it is. There's always some traffic, so we want to make sure. I know we got, we were on our way to Alykel. We knew there wasn't going to be much traffic, so. But here we want to keep an eye, and we definitely want to say our intentions over on the UNICOM. And we are at flight level 340. We're gonna have another step down to flight level 300 at PTAP, which we can see right there is roughly 80 miles from our current position. So we're gonna lose another 4,000 feet, and we want to be leveled off before the next waypoint, which is another NDB, Malinkava. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Malinovka. And we're gonna have 4 minutes to do that. So it'll be 4 minutes to lose 4,000 feet. So we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive on our vertical speed. We're gonna do 1,200. That's a good number. Also, what we want to do is check the weather, just to see if we have a new report. If not, we're gonna get we did get a 630. Okay, so we're gonna write this one down. UNNT, the 6th, a 630 Zulu, winds a 210 at 5 meters per second, 9,000, so we are good. Light shower rain, broken, still showing 3,400 with CB. Temperature 8, dew point 4, QNH 1027. Okay, so QNH is good. We got the number, we got the numbers. We're still gonna try to get one once we reach 7 a.m. Oh, 7 Zulu. But now we have a good idea of what's going on. What we're gonna do is add those numbers, and if we have to change anything, later on will change. So 5 meters per second. I'm just gonna look here. It is 9.7, so we're gonna call 10 knots. So 210 at 10. Transition level will be 6. MDA will be for the ILS 563, and we're good to go. What we're gonna do too is we're gonna do our approach briefing right now before we get busy with other stuff. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so we're gonna be flying the Golf Victor 25 Delta arrival, which is coming from the VOR, from the NDB, another NDB, Calivan NDB. As soon as we reach, it's pretty simple too, and it's a really nice actually. It's gonna bring us straight down to intercept the localizer. We have a bunch of altitude constraints and mandatory altitudes. What's important for us is the last one, the last waypoint. We want to be at 2010 feet. We want to intercept this final waypoint at 2010 feet, and that's going to be the altitude that we're going to be intercepting the final approach fix. For the actual approach, it's a standard 3 degrees glide slope. We can check RadNav right now. India Kilo Tango 108.5 on a radio on a course of 252. So this is good. We I'm gonna flip this to actually there's just number 2 to ADF for now. So just standard 3 degrees. MDA is 563, and most important is the missed approach. So climb on 252 degrees to 1020 feet, then turn left onto 072, climb it to 2660 feet, then according to chart. So we want to have 2700 on the FCU for our missed approach altitude. Any questions?
None.
Approach briefing complete. As we know, it's raining there, and the ceilings are low, 3,400. So we want to make sure that we're gonna be nice and low, as low as possible and as slow as possible to shoot our ILS approach. We can reduce our range here, bring it to 160, and we are approaching PTAP, which is gonna be our next step down. And once again, we're gonna lose 4,000 feet in 4 minutes, roughly 4 minutes. So we're gonna probably gonna be using 1,200 feet per minute. Actually showing 6 minutes on the flight plan here. No, 4 minutes, sorry. I was looking the waypoint above, between NIBAD and PTAP, which is the one that we are right now. Yeah, so we're gonna have 5 minutes until we reach the NDB, Sierra Papa NDB there. So 4 minutes. So we want to lose 4,000 in 4 minutes. We're gonna be doing 1,200, maybe 13, or maybe 14. We're almost there. And we are reaching the last half an hour. Last 30 minutes according to FMS. Or last portion of our flight. We're gonna start our approach arrival procedures and shoot our approach, our ILS. NSP will be this will be our last step down to flight level 300, and once we reach our top of descent, we're gonna actually descend for our approach. Okay, we're just about 3 miles. We're gonna set our 30 flight level 300. Zoom out a little bit because we're gonna need to set vertical speed. Okay, let's go down. And we got a confirmation on new cruise altitude of 30,000. So we cleared that up. Okay, so we've done our approach briefing. So that's that. We're soon gonna be making our call. Start making our calls, I should say. So Golf Victor NDB Kalivan NDB. It's it's pretty close to the airport. So we usually call when we are pretty close to our entry point on the star. This time we're gonna be making calls a little bit before that. Like I said, it's not the busiest airport in Russia, but it is. There's always traffic there, so we want to make sure that we let everybody know what's going on. getting some good 66 knots wind there coming from not tailwinds, but they help. Okay, level off at flight level 300. The green thing that we don't usually see is we are tracking the NDB. So we have an NDB. And we're just about to reach Tokmo, and in a few minutes we're gonna make our calls, and we're also gonna get our last weather report, the 700 Zulu report, and get ourselves ready for our approach. Novosibirsk traffic, Siberia Airlines 5304 A320, roughly 135 miles northeast of the field, inbound for landing. We're planning on flying the Golf Victor 25 Delta arrival for the ILS runway 25. Estimated time en route 25 minutes. Any traffic in there, please advise. Siberia Airlines 5304 Novosibirsk. Okay, so we made our first contact. We have the Novosibirsk viewer already being tracked on our nav 1, and we're gonna flip nav 2 to track the same viewer, since we're gonna be using for the ILS anyways. Okay, we're just about to reach our top of the TOD. We are 20 miles away, so 2.5 minutes. And we're gonna be, oh, and we have some weather there. We're gonna be reaching our two minutes more, and we're gonna be starting our final descent. Gonna bring the range closer to because of traffic. That will help us to identify potential traffic on our screen, on our TCAS. And as you could see, anyways, it's a pretty straightforward approach, arrival procedure and approach. So there's not much into it, other than respecting all the altitudes. That will be that's important. So our first altitude will be 3,650 feet. That's the first one that we are gonna we're gonna be we want to respect. Okay, let's set this one up. And let's start our descent. Landing elevation auto 400, that looks good. We have our landing performance. We're gonna just double check. Everything looks good. We're gonna be getting a new, actually we can do it right after we go through our scan here. So auto brake will be low. We're gonna leave terrain, he has terrain on his navigation display. We're gonna keep weather on ours right now, just for at least for a little bit longer. And everything here looks good. Everything up here looks good too, and we have everything set properly here. So we are good. Let's pull another weather report and see if we can get the 700 Zulu report. Oh, still showing 630. Okay. Wait a few more minutes. If we don't get it, we don't get it. And we activated, now we activated descent mode. Oh, I should say, descent mode got activated by the FMS system. So yeah, pretty busy here. Weather not as good as it was back a few miles ago. Let's see what kind of turbulence we're gonna get from this system here. Once again, since we are waiting, we can do our hat. So everything is set here. Runway 25, ILS, and the star has been set. Red nav, everything looks good. We have already ILS frequency set, and the course looks good.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
There's our 20,000 feet call. We're gonna bring seatbelts to on. Everything looks good. We're on descent mode right now. Fuel prediction, fuel still looks good. And we have our secondary copied. So transition altitude will be flight level 60. We don't want to forget that. ActiveSky is activating now. I hope it doesn't clean everything up here. Okay, so we have our speed change indication there. That's probably our speed 250, 10,000 feet limitation there. So we're probably gonna be reaching 10,000 feet over there. Hopefully everything is working on the plane once we try to intercept the localizer and we try to go down the glide slope. I don't know what's working, what's not working really. I think it's just an audio problem. After the flight is this flight is done, is complete, I'm gonna restart the computer and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna open this particular Airbus again and just flip switches and everything and see if we get sound. If not, then it might be a bigger issue. Hopefully the other variants, the other liveries are working properly if this one doesn't work, but I'm pretty sure a restart will fix the problem. I thought I restarted my the Windows, the whole thing, before starting prepared again, and after I did all those changes, and I spent all afternoon fixing and tweaking stuff, but I might have forgotten, and that might be one of the reasons why we are having a few minor issues here with the plane. That's a nice. This is really nice. Yeah, some big clouds there. Yeah, some big clouds there. That's nice. And rain, as expected. Yeah, got some rain. Changing the range to 20 miles. Novosibirsk Tolmachevo traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 A320 inbound Kalivan NDB for the Golf Delta 2 Golf Victor 25 Delta arrival, ILS runway 25. Estimated time en route is 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Any traffic, please advise. Siberia Airlines 5304 Tolmachevo, Novosibirsk traffic. That's not above clouds, Prasad, because there are clouds above us here. See? So it's not too far from what could have happened in real life. We were already lower than some tops, right? When we saw some clouds, we were just piercing through a bunch of clouds, so we can get rain in that situation. I would say, right? To me, it looked like we were on top of everything. I wasn't paying too much attention, but nothing caught my right. You are watching, you can pay more attention than I can, so you could be right. It just, I didn't have the same impression, but not saying that you were wrong. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention. You could be right, but to me, nothing seemed too odd when we got the rain. So I don't know. I will have to watch again. I can't pay too much attention to that stuff. So you have a much better position to pick up on those details and see mistakes that I make, or see wrong stuff on the simulator too. So I'll trust you more than I trust myself. Let's say that. It didn't catch my attention when it happened, but you chances are that you are right and I'm wrong. So yeah, don't apologize, because you're probably right. Novosibirsk Talmachevo traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 A320 over Kalivan NDB for the Golf Victor 25 Delta arrival, ILS runway 25. Leaving flight level 65 to 3,700. Any traffic, please advise. Siberian Airlines 5304 Novosibirsk Talmachevo. I'm gonna leave 20 miles. just because if there's some traffic, if it has some traffic, if we get some traffic here, we have time to see. We're just gonna go through some system here. And yeah, lots of rain. Well, see, Prasad, you always bring something nice. You showed up. Now we're gonna have some rain and some weather to on our approach. That's nice. That's always nice. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Still, I'm gonna keep it down so we can see the city already, the outskirts. And we're gonna activate our approach. And we're gonna bring it down to 2000. Right away. There's an altitude constraint here, which actually we should have had the constraint mode and ILS on. But we're gonna be following. But we can already set our 2000 feet. QNH 1027 set.
QNH 1026 set, passing 3000. Now,
Checked. Approach checklist.
briefing,
Confirmed.
ECAM status,
Checked.
seat belts,
On.
baro ref,
QNH 1027 set.
QNH 1026 set, minimum,
563 feet set.
563 feet set, engine mode selector,
Normal.
approach checklist complete.
Thank you. Flaps 1.
Speed checked, flaps 1. Passing final approach fix, 2010 feet.
Checked. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Novosibirsk traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 on final, runway 25. Siberian 5304, Novosibirsk. Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Glide slope start.
Checked.
Localizer start.
Checked.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low. Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete. One thousand.
Checked.
Approaching. 2-5.
$300.
100 above.
Check.
100 above. 200.
Minimum.
Lane.
Checked.
Minimum.
Glide.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. $70 knots.
Check. Novosibirsk Tomachevo traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 A320 vacated runway 25 at Delta. So pretty straightforward. Delta here, all the way to the apron. After landing checklist,
Flaps.
retracted,
Spoilers.
disarm,
APU.
start,
Radar.
off,
Predictive wind shear system.
off,
After landing checklist complete.
Novosibirsk Tolmachevo traffic, Siberian Airlines 5304 A320. At Delta, we're going to be taxiing to stand number 2 via Delta. Siberian Airlines 5304, Novosibirsk Tolmachevo. Just reminding you all that this is a freeware scenery. An amazing job that you can find the download link from on the description, and you find the download at VATSIM Russia. Just an amazing scenery, not just the airport but the surrounding buildings and everything. It's just an amazing job the team did. Now here, unfortunately, I don't know where to follow, so we're just gonna cut. And there's our S7 Airlines Siberian Airlines hangar. This is one of the hubs for us. The other one is Domodedovo in Moscow. So there's our nice and modern installations. And there's our crew. And I know, Ligamif, that you want to see this, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, so gate number 2 is ours. S7 is always occupying 2 and 3 here. Today we got the number 2. Oh, that's actually really nice that they have the stairs with protection from rain. I don't remember ever seeing that on GSX. Okay, pressure 0. So we can so we're good now. We got our accumulator pressure set. Cabin crew disarm slides and cross-check. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seat belts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Nav logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Off. Any.
Parking checklist complete. Consider heavy rain.
Ah, we're done. Okay, just waiting for the official in time, which is not here yet. It's gonna be once we open. Oh, we got here the best moment possible. It's getting bad. It was nice as we got a little bit of rain, but at the same time, there we go. Nice shot. And nice detail on the glass jetway, so you can see the. Anyways, we got the in time, so I'm gonna sync real quick and check the ACARS network there at Hoppy's website, just to make sure we got the information. Yes. Touchdown vertical speed was. Oh, that's interesting. Because ACARS is saying that it was 34 feet per minute, but this bot on Twitch said it was 222 feet per minute. That's a big difference. And I think this is coming from SimToolkitPro. And it's usually pretty close. I'm actually surprised. There was an update today, so I don't know if something went wrong here. I'm actually gonna keep an eye on it, and if it keeps happening, I'm gonna report there, let them know. Okay, so we are just need one information that I always forget. So we departed with 9,600 kilograms, and we are arriving with 38.880. Okay, and there we go. Yeah, so yeah, very strange that it showed 222 feet per minute, and that's information coming from SimToolkitPro. But the plane itself read it as